Hi guys, it's Kylie from OkieGirlBling'n'Things, and today I'm going to show you how to make faux fur pom-poms. So, faux fur pom-poms here the past couple of years have been really big popular on hats and different things, different projects. Some people make them and use them as keychains, different things. So they're really neat, they're really easy to make, they're not very hard, and I'll show y'all how to make them. So what you're going to need to get started is you're going to need to use some faux fur. It comes in different colors. I'm sure you can get a lot of different colors on the internet. I just get mine from Hobby Lobby. It's a little bit expensive, but you can use your 40% coupon for it. So you need some faux fur. Now here I've cut a little piece off because you buy it by like the yard or half yard or whatever. I cut my little piece off so it'll be easier. You're going to need a good pair of scissors, a marker. This is just a washable marker, a yarn needle, a ruler, and some yarn. I'll show you how to weave around the edges. So what we're going to do is, first of all, you're going to have to determine how big of a pom-pom you want. So for like, you're going to find something to trace. Use trace. So for like baby hat size pom-poms, I just use this is a pint jar that's a wide mouth. I just use this, and this is about a 3-inch opening, so I use that. And now for my big pom-poms I put on adult hats, I have just cut me out a piece of construction paper, and it's 5 inches. So, and it'll make a 5-inch pom-pom, and that cup will make a 3-inch pom-pom. So that's what I use for just, it's just a piece of construction paper that I cut out. So it's nothing fancy, or if you have a bowl or a good sized bowl or something, you could use anything you can use to trace. So you'll just set it here, on your fabric, and you'll just trace around it, and so you can start to see it. You'll trace all the way around it, and then just take your scissors and you'll cut a circle out. But for time's sake, I already cut a piece out, so you just trace it and cut it. It's real simple. So I already have a piece here that I've cut out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this yarn, a good length of a piece of yarn, and cut it. So to get started, you're going to need some faux fur, a yarn needle, a good pair of scissors, a marker, and this is just a washable marker, a ruler, and some yarn to tie it shut. So, and let's talk about the fur real quick for a minute. The fur, if you go on the internet, it comes, I'm sure, in all different colors. I've seen everything from neon colored furs to pastel colors and rainbow. It comes in all kinds. You can find anything pretty much. But I just get mine at Hobby Lobby. They have about 4 different colors of fur, I think. But I like this one. It matches almost everything. They have you can use your 40% off coupon on this. So that helps. That's great. And another thing, I just cut off a piece here. You use about by like the yard or half yard. I've cut a piece here off for the size so y'all can see it. And it is a little bit messy, I will admit. It is a little bit messy. It does shed a little bit when you get it. Now when you get it wrapped into a pom-pom, it doesn't shed near as much. It barely sheds at all, and it'll eventually quit because like there's nothing coming off my hand. But this way it will shed around the edges. So what I usually do is I just lay it in my floor, and then when I'm done I vacuum it up because it will shed a little bit. And that's another reason people will tend to buy pom-poms instead of make them, because it is a little messy. So if you don't want little hairs in the mess, you may just have to prefer to buy them. But I just vacuum them up. It's no big deal. But to get started with it, what you're going to do is you're going to get your piece of fur, and it depends on how big of a pom-pom you want. So if you want a 3-inch pom-pom, you're going to use something that's 3 inches wide. And I use for like a 3-inch pom-pom is something I use for like baby hats and stuff. And this is just a pint jar, and it's got a 3-inch, it's a wide mouth, so it's got a 3-inch opening. So I just use this to trace around. Now for my 5-inch pom-poms, which is what I put on adult hats, I have a piece of just construction paper that is 5 inches across, and I just cut it out. So then you can just lay it down and trace around the edges. So anything, a bowl or anything round that you can find that's the size you want. So like this. So to get started, you would just put your bowl or your cup down, and you would just trace around the edging. So you're just going to trace around the edging all the way around till you form a ring. So there's our ring. And now what you do is you're just going to cut that. Is you're just going to get your scissors, and from this side, you're just going to go in there and you're just going to cut it. But for time's sake, I have a piece that I've already cut, so I don't have to mess with cutting it. So here's my piece that I already have cut out. So now that I've got it, so now that you've cut your piece out, what you're going to do, you're going to get you a piece of yarn, a good length of yarn, and put it on your yarn needle. I've used crochet thread, which is actually what I have on this other pom-pom. I have a piece of crochet thread, so it's kind of, that works for me. The people I've seen do it, they use yarn, but I've used crochet thread and put them all on my hats, and it's worked just fine. So it's whatever you prefer. So what you're going to do is you're just going to start here to near the edge, and you're going to go in it and then poke it back out a little ways. So it's like, what's it, like 1/4 of an inch maybe spot. Then you're just going to pull it through, and I'm going to tie it so it'll stay. And then you're just going to weave it. So here I'm going to go maybe like another 1/4 of an inch, go under, come back out. So you just continue on, keep weaving in and out small little sections all the way around the edge. And what it's going to do is, so then when we get all the way back, we can pull it tight and it'll pull it up into a round pom-pom. So we're just going to keep going around the edge. Sometimes I'm pulled up multiple times. Pull it out and see, and there you go. You see how that's working? So I'm going to continue and go all the way around, and when I get back here, I'll meet you up here and show you what to do. Okay, so now that I've gotten all the way back around, you can see how it started to curl up because the edges. So what you're going to do, if you have any yarn scraps, the ends that you've cut off, you're going to go ahead and put in the middle there and stuff it to help it look a little fuller. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to pull that in, and it's going to start coming up together. Just going to make sure all your little ends stay in. You could also stuff it with polyfill or anything else you could think of that you have on hand. So you're just going to keep pulling till it gets smaller, and just keep pulling until you get it closed up as tight as you get it. See, so look at that. Isn't that neat? Okay, so now all you're going to do is you're going to go across this so you can tie it so it'll stay closed. I just go across, I try to find, like, just feel for the edge, and like, there it is. So I'm just going to go through the edge and find the edge over here, and just, so I just pull it, and then I'm just going to tie a knot here. Knot it so it won't come undone. Then I go back through there. Oh. And I just knot it. Every part of knots different, and then there you go. You have a pom-pom. So that's how you make a faux fur pom-pom. So check out my blog and follow me on social media. See what I'm up to, guys.